There's so much emotionally charged hype out there designed to sell newspapers and advertising rather than inform investors and traders. Want entertainment? Buy a newspaper or magazine or turn on the news. Want investment and trading concepts explained? Look to TechnoTrader. TechnoTrader is the gold standard in trading and investing education taught by experienced and accredited professionals. Don't learn to trade from fad-chasing day traders, and certainly don't think you can grow your portfolio by attending a weekend seminar or watching a free video online. Success in the financial markets is attainable, but like any high-paying profession, it requires the proper education to achieve consistent success. Join those happy few who've taken their investing and trading seriously. Call 888-846-5577 or visit technotrader.com.
Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about how precision trading equals higher income or profits. You have probably experienced from somewhere on the internet that someone has told you that you always need to keep all of your capital active in the market. You may be a short-term trader, or you may be a long-term investor, or you may be an intermediate-term trader, such as a position trader, not positional trading, but trading to hold for 1 to a few months at a time. This is a specialized type of trading that only TechnoTrader teaches. So let's get back to precision trading for higher profits. What does that mean? Well, it means that you are looking at the market in a completely different way than you are being taught on the internet if you are reading your retail broker guru's recommendations or whatever. Your retail broker needs you to trade as often as they can get you to trade, because every time you make a trade, they make money. They make money not only on the costs and the fees and the transaction costs and so on, they also make money on the spread. Everything now is in the penny to half penny spread difference between the bid and the ask on the professional side, so they can pick up a few pennies on the retail side, and that increases their income for your broker. Now, 2 cents may not mean much to you, but when they're transacting hundreds of thousands of orders a day, it adds up to quite a bit of money. We're going to be talking about precision trading in a different manner than the penny spreads and whatever. What we're really dealing with here is your mindset on how often you need to trade to make a very high income per month. Most of my students want to make anywhere from a couple of thousand a month to $10,000 or $15,000 a month. How much they can make depends on 2 things: their skill level that they have developed and their capital base. If you have a smaller capital base, you will need to build that capital base to a certain amount, and then you will be able to achieve higher income. Precision trading helps, and precise entries and exits make a vast difference. Also, a key element of precision trading is knowing when to put a trade on and when to wait. You are not taught ever to wait. You are not taught by your brokers or your gurus or your apps or whatever you're using to make sure that everything that you have checked verifies that it's a go. You have to have a checklist of things that you check off, and that's what we teach, that tells you, yes, this stock has very low risk. Yes, the market is moving in the direction I want it to move for that day. Yes, the market condition is correct. Yes, my stop losses can be placed tightly, and so on and so forth. You want to approach every trade from a completely different perspective than what you have learned everywhere else on the internet, especially from your broker and your gurus and your friends and so on. You do not need to have your money in the market at all times to be profitable and make a high income. In fact, you want just the opposite. You ever wondered how someone becomes a billionaire or a millionaire? It's because they have learned the skill of patience. They do not take inordinate risk. And that's the first thing they calculate. How much risk versus how much profit can I make on this deal? Whether it's buying real estate or buying a stock or investing in a business or being venture capitalist or whatever, they're always looking at the risk. Are you always looking at the risk when you enter a stock? Most of the time you're not. Most of the time you're all so excited, you're just sure that this is the big winner. You've seen it, everybody's talking about it on the internet, and then all of a sudden you get slammed. Take a loss. They say, well, I just need to trade more. No, you need to trade less. The reason people become millionaires, self-made millionaires and billionaires is because they have understood risk and they only buy when the risk is very low and the potential profit is extremely high. This is something I try to instill in my students, and those of the students who are listening need to remember this. In the stock market, as in any investment that you do or trading that you do, regardless of the financial market or the asset that you are trading or investing, less is more. Fewer trades results in higher profits because you will take fewer losses. This goes against everything you've been taught. This goes against everything you believe, but it is the truth. And if you can come to settle with this in your mind, you will be able to achieve any income per month that you want as you build your capital base. If you continue to use the market like it's a gambling mode, like it's a casino, and if you actually believe this fallacy, then you will always have many losses and an occasional profit. You will always have meager profits instead of huge profits, and you will slowly attrition your capital over time. You may deny this to yourself, but sooner or later your spouse is going to get very angry because they will see that you're squandering their money or your money. When trading stocks, you should always look for every reason not to buy that stock. When you can find no reason whatsoever, the risk is right, the market condition is right, the opening of the market is right, the buy signal is right, the stop loss is right, everything is right about it, you have a winner. And when you place that order, you can place it with utter confidence, and then you can exit precisely as well. Precision trading is not just entering, it is also knowing when to exit. A lot of people get into a gambling mode and they start buying stocks and they start increasing their lot sizes and so on and so forth because they just want to get that one big winner and get back on top. And they're gambling. Never gamble in the stock market because you will lose. Precision trading requires a set of skills. It also requires a certain mindset. But the net result are students and traders who are extremely profitable, who stop looking at recommendations, who stop worrying about what's on the apps, who stop listening to their brokers, and who make very high income from the stock market. It's not a zero-sum game. It is not gambling. It is not a casino. The stock market is the business of businesses. And when you understand this and accept this, then you're on the road to success. You're on the road to financial independence. You're on the road to high profits every month that you can live on if you so choose. If you continue down the path of doing what your retail brokers and everyone else wants you to do because they make a lot of money off of you, every time you trade, someone is making money off of you. Every single time you trade, there's a lot of money to be made from you. Do not be a victim of the market. You must have a strong constitution, and you must learn to wait. Waiting is the hardest part of stock trading. You have to be patient. Everything needs to line up. Everything has to be a go, and then move in. And if you do trade like this, you will be trading less often, but your profit will climb exponentially, and you will suddenly be very profitable and very happy instead of frustrated, anxious, scared, nervous, trying to figure out why it doesn't work. You'll have a completely different confidence and mindset. Half the battle of trading stocks is your mindset, is your confidence, is how you approach your trading. If you feel desperate, if you've just got to have some money, don't trade, because you will gamble. And every time you gamble, it doesn't matter where or how or what asset or what situation you're doing. If you're gambling, you will lose money. I know people who trade the lottery all the time. I wouldn't trade the lottery ever. The risk is too great and the profit potential is too low. It is definitely gambling. You can't gamble with the stock market because you will lose. You may make that one high profit trade and then you'll lose and you'll lose and you'll lose and you'll lose. And not only are you losing money, you're losing your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your sense of inner balance that helps you become a good, strong trader. Precision entries and precision exits are critically important because it means that you are taking the time to check off every aspect of that trade, and you're only trading when everything is in your favor, when everything lines up perfectly. That's what makes people millionaires and billionaires. They never, ever, ever take risk that is higher than the profit potential. They don't do it. And that's why they become wealthy individuals. And many, many people are self-made millionaires. They weren't born into the money. They made their money. And they made it not because they're cautious, because they're calculating. They're assessing every part of the risk that they're taking on every transaction. If someone comes to me and they want me to offer them venture capital, I'm checking every possibility of where there's some problem that'll make this thing fail. And most venture capitalists turn down 1,000 offers to the one thing they take on, the one company they accept to help out, or the one individual they accept to help out. If someone keeps going into bankruptcy after bankruptcy after bankruptcy, they keep losing money and they keep losing money. Do you think that's a good investment? Do you think you want to lend that person some money? No, because they don't understand risk. They're gambling with whatever they're doing in business, and they're going to lose your money. The same thing happens with stock trading. A lot of times the stocks that are recommended to you are on the sell list on the professional side. You provide the buying power that allows them to sell as the stock moves up briefly. This happens all the time. Precision entries and precision exits matter because that makes the difference. If you take this approach and you learn these skills and you develop this and you wait for the perfect entry and they come along, then you will be doing precision trading and you will make higher profits because you will not be getting into numerous losing trades and you will not be gambling anymore. Precision trading requires several things: a strong self-confidence, the understanding of what risk you're taking, the skill and the patience to wait, and the acceptance that fewer trades with higher profits is far more lucrative than many, many, many trades, and so many of them are losses. Statistically, this is proven time and time again. That's why when you have 100 day traders who start day trading, they're brand new to day trading, 99 of them will fail. Only one is likely to succeed. Those odds are severely against anyone who's a beginner who wants to day trade. But hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people start to learn day trading every single day, and they lose a whole lot of money, they become discouraged, and they give up. And the reason that they failed isn't because day trading can't be lucrative, but because they were taught to trade too often. Oh, trade this. Oh, trade that. Well, you should do 10 or 15 or 20 trades a day or whatever, or even 5 trades a day. No! Less is more in the stock market. I know this goes against everything you believe, but it is the truth. So change your opinion. What you want to learn is how to not lose money in the stock market. When you know how to not lose money in the stock market, you will be highly successful. And the first step is developing the skills of precision entries and exits so that you know exactly when to put on a trade and when not to put on that trade. When you can make that decision and you know exactly that this stock is going to move because everything points in a positive direction, and you discard all the other trades and everyone around you is going, well, you're only putting on one trade. I've got 9 trades on. And you're going, well, let's see what happens. And when you take home high profits and they're sitting there glumly because they've lost money again, you can feel very good about yourself. There's a lot of emotion that goes on in trading, and you have to control it. And one way to control it is to wait and only trade with a precision entry and a precision exit that shows you that there's a high degree of probability of high profits, not profits. I'm talking high profits against a minimal risk of a loss. You need to think about this, and you need to think about how you can achieve this, because it is extremely important that you stop providing income just for your retail broker. You're supposed to be trading to make yourself extra money, or to pay for a college education, or to buy a home, or buy that fancy car you want, or SUV, or to go on that big vacation you want, or to provide financial security for your family, or to set aside a trust fund in the future for your children or grandchildren, whatever it is you want to do. Remember, when someone comes up to me, I ask them, well, why are you in the stock market? And they say, well, I want to make money. That's not the reason. That's not the reason they want to come into the market. Money is only a conduit to what you want to achieve. Write down specifically, what is it? Why are you trading stocks? Why do you want to make that money? It's the why do you want to make that money? That's your real goal. That college education for your daughter, that big wedding for your daughter, that huge vacation for the family, that trust fund you want to set up for your grandchildren. Whatever it is, that's your goal. And how do you achieve that? You achieve that with precision entries and exits, and it works for short-term trading, day trading, swing trading, part-time position trading, long-term investing. It works in every aspect of your life and every financial situation that you're in. You have to understand the risk you're taking, and you have to minimize the risk and maximize your profit. I'm Martha Stokes, and that's our radio show for this week.
There's so much emotionally charged hype out there designed to sell newspapers and advertising rather than inform investors and traders. Want entertainment? Buy a newspaper or magazine or turn on the news. Want investment and trading concepts explained? Look to TechnoTrader. TechnoTrader is the gold standard in trading and investing education taught by experienced and accredited professionals. Don't learn to trade from fad-chasing day traders, and certainly don't think you can grow your portfolio by attending a weekend seminar or watching a free video online. Success in the financial markets is attainable, but like any high-paying profession, it requires the proper education to achieve consistent success. Join those happy few who've taken their investing and trading seriously. Call 888-846-5577 or visit technotrader.com.